Today we're in the port of Saint Malo, so why not come and join us and see what we get up to. We began today with a light breakfast in the grand dining room, then headed off to catch our tender to go to the beautiful city of Saint Malo. So we've arrived in the picturesque town of Saint Malo. It's quite an interesting journey on the tender, but we're here now and it looks rather pretty. What do you think, Lindsey?
It looks as though it's got a lot of history to it.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. The tender was very comfortable.
It was actually, yeah, a bit different. Sideways seating, which was different. And quiet. Civilised and quiet. And the embarkation for the tender was like seamless, wasn't it? And very quick.
Yeah.
So we had, what, a 5-minute wait in the theatre before we went on? Yeah. So we're just going to go inside the old city now. And then hopefully we're going to walk the city walls. And they're quite long by the look of it, aren't they, Lindsey?
Build up an appetite.
Build up an appetite, yeah. Work off some of last night's, maybe. The high wall that surrounds the city of Saint Malo forms a loop of about 2 kilometres. It's possible to go down and back up wherever you want from the different staircases located at each gate. You'll have exceptional views of the great beach of the Ceylon and the Fort à la Reine. Other places of interest are the Bedouin Tower, an old powder magazine in the shape of a horseshoe. The ramparts of Saint Malo saw the light of day as early as the 12th century, and after the Great Fire of 1661, the granite wall was completely rebuilt. This, unfortunately, is not the only time the walls have been rebuilt, as during the Second World War the city of Saint Malo was heavily bombed by the Allies and most of the walls have been rebuilt since. So Lindsay's got her big cannon. And what do you fancy doing with that one, dear? Look at the size of it.
Yeah. Well, it's
huge.
I'm not sure where it's pointing.
No.
It's certainly pointing out to sea, but I'm not sure.
At least it's not pointing at our ship.
No, it's not. No, none of them seem to be pointing at the ship.
Which is a good thing.
They're going out there somewhere.
But it's a beautiful view, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, just look at this. And I have spotted down here there's an outdoor swimming pool. I'll just take you over. There, look at that. Outdoor swimming pool. Filled by the sea, and there's people in there as well. And at the top of all these walls is this lovely park area. So we're in Saint Malo. We've walked the castle walls, haven't we, the fortifications, which is really quite stunning views up there that you've probably just seen. And now we're walking through the town. And what's it like, Lindsay?
Oh, we just come across this street that's just full of cafes. Absolutely every building has got a frontage that's all cafes based. Brilliant.
It's just
amazing.
really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, very pretty place.
Yeah, lovely. As you can see, Saint Malo is a bustling place full of locals and tourists alike. As we continued our walk, we came across a three-masted frigate called Étoile de Roi, or the King's Star. She was designed to represent a generic warship and was inspired by HMS Blandford. The ship was built in Turkey in 1996 for the production of the ITV series about Royal Naval Officer Horatio Hornblower. Nowadays it's used mainly in sailing events or for corporate or private charter. You're also able to take a guided tour of the ship during the summer months for a cost of €6. If you're enjoying our series of films on Oceania Riviera, perhaps you'd like to subscribe to our channel.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and if you are enjoying it, give us a thumbs up as well.
And so we hopped on the tender and left behind the beautiful city of Saint Malo. It really was a wonderful place to visit. The scenery, the people and the atmosphere were all fantastic. And after a short tender ride, our beautiful ship came back into sight. So we thought we'd pop into Baristas for a little light lunch. And this is what we come for. So we got some cookies,
I've got a tuna mayonnaise
roll and a ham and black olive sort of cake.
Yeah.
And the coffee.
Well, the coffee just speaks for itself, doesn't
The coffee is gorgeous here. Absolutely lovely. And I've gone for a couple of almond cookies. Very nice. After lunch we spent a little bit of time relaxing on some of these beautiful sun loungers. And then it was time for some sporting action. We had some really good times up at the golf and met some lovely people, and it also gave us the opportunity to win some more O points. After a final farewell to Saint Malo, it was back to the cabin to get ready to go out to dinner. But first of all, time for a drink in martinis. So Lindsey's just ordered a gin and passion. First try, let's see what you got, lovey. Is it more gin than passion or more passion than gin?
It's very pink.
Yeah. Just pink. Pink for passion?
You know, like pink gin is pink.
Oh, is it? So it tastes pink. Good then.
It's quite nice, yeah.
Good.
It's refreshing. And you're trying
Cœur Royale. Champagne and kirsch, I think. I don't know.
Oh, right.
We'll try it. Well, that's quite nice. Good choice.
all right. I might have to try that one as
very
well
good.
then.
Yep. That night we decided we'd eat in the grand dining room again. One of the beauties on Oceania is the fact that apart from the speciality dining venues, you don't have to pre-book anything and you can make your mind up on the night and just turn up.
Oh no, this was the bread basket. You get that every night.
Oh yeah, it was good.
It's just delicious, really fresh and lovely. Enjoyed that.
And then I had, and most unusual for me, I had fish to start with. I had to be careful it didn't have salmon in, but it was really, really nice and tasty with a little bit of salsa and a lemon wedge, but most unusual for me. What did you have, Linz? I can't remember.
Well, I had this pork terrine. Well, it was more of a game terrine, really. It was quite strong, but it was really nice. The pastry was lovely, and it had just a little bit of a sauce to go with it, just to take the edge off.
And then I had a pumpkin soup. I do like my soups. I always eat a lot of soup on the ship, but
You were a bit disappointed.
I was a
weren't you?
bit disappointed with this one. It was a bit under-seasoned and a bit sort of...
You see, I was perhaps a little bit more traditional. I went for a classic Caesar salad, and they do it really well. It's really nicely seasoned. It was a little big, and because there was so much cheese and bits like that on it, garlic sauce and everything, it was a little bit heavy, but boy, it tasted really nice.
Now, this was my main course. I love the mashed potato on here. It was steak au poivre, and I had a bit of an issue with it because I ordered it medium rare and it came out medium well. It was a bit chewy in places.
But you weren't the only person who was saying that.
It seemed like they changed their meat supplier because some of the steaks that they've been having weren't particularly good either.
I decided to go for one of the always available dishes, which is the chicken. Well,
It's huge!
it was huge. It beautifully cooked, but it was absolutely massive. Now, my problem with this was the mashed potato. Now, I love mashed potato.
Oh, yeah.
That was unfortunately like slop. It was just a bit too much for me, but the chicken was delicious.
And then we came to pudding. Well, I think we both ended up with the same, didn't
I think we did actually, yeah.
And it was very nice. They were really good on board, weren't they?
And as so often, we'd actually dug in before we photographed
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it was very nice.
And this was also another very special night tonight, wasn't it, in the dining
We
room?
were seated near the back of the restaurant,
Oh, yeah,
weren't
in
we?
one of the prime views, yes.
Yeah. But on one of our sides there was a couple that we started chatting to.
Yeah, Bill and Carol.
Bill and Carol, and we ended up having quite a bit of fun with them.
And we did, and we spent quite a bit of time with them over the rest of the cruise. Really nice guys from Arizona. Here's a picture of them. Thank you, Bill and Carol, for your company. It was great knowing you, and hopefully we'll bump into you again. So are you going to have another one?
Yes, I certainly am.
Why?
Because it would be rude not to.
Oh.
So we're currently sat in the, what's it called?
The lounge.
Yeah, the lounge, Riviera lounge, waiting to watch the show. So looking forward to it. Let's hope it's a good one. What do you reckon, Lindsey? Yeah, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
And indeed, it was an excellent show entitled Lights, Camera, Music. And the venue was very comfortable and loads of leg room. So we'll leave you now with some more of the beautiful scenery from Saint Malo and our visit there. It really is a wonderful place to go, and if you get the opportunity, don't turn it down.